So you're a new manager, and you've probably figured out by now that this job is not quite what you expected. In fact, the very skills that got you here, the ones that made you a star, might be the exact things holding you back now. In this explainer, we're going to break down a super simple but really powerful tool to help you go from being an overwhelmed doer to an effective, empowering leader. Let's jump in.
First things first, let's put a name to a problem that, trust me, almost every single new manager runs into. It's this frustrating paradox, and it's called the doer's dilemma.
I mean, really think about that for a second. You got the promotion because you were amazing at your job, right? You were the person who could get things done, solve the tough problems, the go-to expert. Your value is all about your personal output. But now, as a manager, is that same instinct to do everything yourself becoming your biggest roadblock? And that, right there, is the doer's dilemma. You end up working crazy hours, your team is constantly waiting for your approval on everything, and you notice their growth is kind of stalling because you've accidentally become the bottleneck. The good news? This is totally normal. It's a classic growing pain, and there's a clear way to get through it. So, what's the escape hatch? Well, it's a word that makes a lot of new managers a little nervous: delegation. But we need to totally reframe what that word actually means. It's not about just getting work off your plate. It's about something way, way bigger. The legendary management thinker Peter Drucker absolutely nailed it with this one. See, your job isn't to be the most efficient doer anymore. Your job is to make sure your entire team is focused on doing the right things. That's a huge mental shift. This really boils down to your mindset. The old way of thinking sees delegation as subtraction. You're just offloading tasks so you don't drown. But the leadership mindset? It sees delegation as multiplication. This is how you develop your people. This is how you build trust. It's how you scale your team's impact to be so much more than what you could ever accomplish on your own.
Okay, so we're on board with delegation being the goal. But how do we do it smartly? We can't just throw tasks at people and hope for the best. We need a system. And that's where this beautiful little tool, the Delegation Matrix, comes in.
The matrix is built on two really simple ideas. First up, you've got the vertical y-axis. This is all about impact. For any given task, you just ask yourself, how much does this actually move the needle? Does this get us closer to our big, important team goals? Then, you've got the horizontal x-axis, which is all about effort. Pretty straightforward, right? How much time, energy, and just plain brain power is this task going to suck up? Is it a quick 5-minute thing, or is it a huge, complex project?
Now, when we put these two axes together, impact and effort, we get 4 quadrants. And this is where the magic happens. This gives you a crystal clear roadmap for every single thing on your to-do list, telling you exactly what to do with it. Let's walk through this. Starting in the bottom left, quadrant 1, low impact, low effort. Think about routine stuff, like scheduling meetings. The action here is simple. Delegate and forget. Give clear instructions and then let your team run with it. Okay, now slide over to the bottom right, quadrant 2. This is the danger zone. Low impact, but high effort. This is that soul-crushing work that takes forever but doesn't really matter, like manually pulling a report from 5 different spreadsheets. Your goal here is not to delegate this pain, it's to automate or eliminate it. Just get rid of it. All right, let's go up to the top left, quadrant 3. High impact, low effort. This is the sweet spot. This is the perfect training ground. Things like drafting the first version of a presentation. These are amazing chances to coach and grow your team. And finally, the top right, quadrant 4, high impact and high effort. This is your space. This is your core work as a leader. Setting the strategy, managing a crisis, making those key decisions. The whole point of this entire matrix is to clear your plate so you can live in this quadrant.
So, now you know what to delegate. Awesome. But, and this is a big but, how you delegate is just as important. Just tossing tasks over the wall can actually do more harm than good. So let's look at a few classic mistakes that new managers make.
Okay, here are 3 of the big ones. First, there's the "it's just faster if I do it myself" trap. We've all been there. Then, there's delegating a job without giving the person the authority they need to actually do it. But the one I really want to zoom in on, because it's so important for team growth, is this trap of delegating tasks instead of outcomes. So here's the deal. Are you delegating a checklist or are you delegating a challenge? The wrong way is basically micromanaging. Here are the 10 exact steps to follow. That just kills creativity and ownership. The right way? You delegate the outcome. You explain the why. We need a powerful summary for the leadership team. And then you empower them by asking, how would you tackle that? You're inviting them to think, not just to do. When you get right down to it, this is the single most important leap a manager has to make. Your value isn't about what you can produce anymore, it's about what you can build. It's about empowering your team, amplifying their strengths, and achieving things together that you never, ever could have alone.
So I'll leave you with a direct challenge. I want you to look at your to-do list right now, through the lens of this matrix. What is one task that's sitting in that manage and coach quadrant, low effort but high impact, that you can hand off this week to help grow someone on your team?